Well, 180 Chicago, I want to welcome you to 180 at Home. This is where I get a chance to just talk with some awesome people, part of the 180 family, and just let them share their heart. Tonight we have Samantha Velez, and she is an unbelievable woman of God. Samantha has agreed to take our children's ministry position. She's over 180 kids. She was just getting started, and then boom, COVID-19 hit. But I want to back up and do something really, really tender tonight. I haven't even heard the full story, but you're about to hear little snippets of stories of God's grace, a story of God's grace told by Samantha in a really sweet way. I want you to go back to your childhood and even your birth. Take us there to the degree to which I don't want to in any way press you, but I want you to feel the liberty to share your story of grace. Go back to that time.
I was 29, and I was just asked if anyone knows me, they know that I love to ask questions.
Yeah.
Some people think I'm just random that way, but I love to ask questions. So in this particular moment, I was just asking my mom some life questions about me in particular and my story from her perspective. And in this one moment, she told me, because I always knew that I was born with what they call hemifacial microsomia. And basically that's a disorder, hemifacial meaning the face. So a disorder that just means that from my particular story, it was on the right side, where everything on the right side of my face was just underdeveloped. It was underdeveloped, the bones, the tissue, the fat, it was underdeveloped. So I knew that I was born with that disease, and I knew it was because I was stuck on her right side, which is why it was on the right side of my face, of her stomach, but I didn't know the why. I thought that's just, I got stuck there while I was in the room. But then as I was asking her these questions, she made mention that because she was in an abusive relationship with my father, it was in a moment of physical altercation that she was just struck while I was in the room, and that caused me to get, stuck on just her right side of the stomach, which led to me coming with this disorder called hemifacial microsomia.
What has come out of that? I understand that you've had to have multiple surgeries. Is this true? Tell us about that.
Multiple surgeries. So basically, from the time I was days old to the age of 21 years old, I was in and out of UIC hospital and basically reconstructive surgery. So because I was stuck on her right side, you guys can see here, I have a faint scar, but basically because I was stuck on the right side of her womb and everything was just underdeveloped, in layman's term, I had a big mouth, visually speaking. So like my mouth was extended here and it was just visually open. So what they had to do, first things first, they had to close it up. Again, there's multiple surgeries that I had to go through, again, from the age of 0 to 21. So with my right eye, because the nerves were so tightly pulling my right eye was caving in. They had to go into my right eye and loosen those nerves to allow it to kind of straighten out.
Right.
Same thing with my ear. I had loss of hearing. Again, everything on the right side of my face was just underdeveloped because of this one moment.
Let me ask you, Samantha, have you ever gone through seasons of bitterness?
I wouldn't necessarily say bitterness, but I would say insecurity, and a ton of it. In the world standards, I am supposed to be, insecure physically because of what I look like, insecure intellectually because, again, technically speaking, on paper, I am someone with a disability. While not bitterness, definitely there was so much insecurity, but that's where the Lord truly met me, the place where I was in my lowest.
Samantha, we've just begun to hear the glimpses of God's grace in your life. But I want to tell you something. You are radiant. You are beautiful. You are capable. And I'm not just saying these things, young lady. God has made you an overcomer and a half, girl. What's it feel like to be an overcomer, huh?
It's a beautiful thing, truly. Again, only the Lord can take ashes and turn them into beauty.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Beauty for ashes, for sure. Well, Samantha, you are a blessing. You're a blessing to 180 family. And I want to tell you from the bottom of my heart, we are so thrilled that you're part of the church family. Forget the staff part. That's extra. The fact that you're in the 180 family, that's amazing. And we love you. Thank you for being a part of this group.
Thank you, Pastor Carl. I love you all right back.
There's a little snippet of grace right there from Samantha Velez, and there's more of her story that's going to be coming, I'm sure of it, in weeks and months and years to come. Thank you again, Samantha.
Thank you, Pastor Carl.